To this day.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. When I say I promise you, I'm gonna knock out the Gypsy King as well.
Deontay Productions.
How am I gonna let this little skinny spaghetti hit my baby?
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yeah, numbers don't lie, and I'm the number one guy. I'm the dog with this.
When I stepped on the scene, I said I wanted this road. I said I wanted that road.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You know, so I'm still on the mission.
I'm gonna chase his ass all the way up there.
I told him it's an easy break to make.
Some of them like it, some of them don't. ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning, TBV, and welcome back to another episode, morning edition of the Boxing Voice Radio, hashtag TBV podcast, wherever hashtags are used. We are back to bring you another morning edition. We're talking Deontay Wilder coming out publicly saying he wants to add weight for the rematch with Tyson Fury. He wants to go up as high as 245. 245. We've never seen Deontay at this weight. And I guess the question is, will this make a difference? That's what we're going to be talking about here today. This is what we want to know. So if you want to join us, you know the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. And for those that don't know, we are on our backup channel, Nestor Gibbs. That's The Boxing Voice. No, excuse me. That's youtube.com/Nestor Gibbs. We suffered a copyright strike that was an obvious mistake, but we have to go through the litigation and the process and wait until they realize that TBV are good guys and retract their mistake. Till then, we're broadcasting live from youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. And just to add to more sad news, after many, many years of taking your phone calls, it looks like Blog Talk has sold their platform, and there's going to be a merger with the new podcast platform called Spreaker. Now, Spreaker isn't new for a bunch of you guys, but yeah, they bought Blog Talk. So I'm being told that you guys will no longer be able to call in via Blog Talk, and Spreaker has not updated their system to be anything like Blog Talk and their studio. So, I mean, it's really a day that I've always wanted. It is going to be a bit more hectic, but looks like we're going to have to transition all phone calls through Skype. We could probably come up with a number to use in the future. But based on all of your audio quality, I mean, now that they're taking away the phone calls, maybe Skype is the option to make sure that each particular show is banging in terms of audio. But yeah, this is what we're talking about this morning. Wilder versus Fury. Wilder wants to add on a couple of extra pounds. He wants to target 245 for the rematch against Tyson Fury. And I'm asking you, will it make a difference? Let's head on out to Indiana to our co-host, Michael Gross.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
With a scam, 2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and missed, 2 to stand over.
Turn up.
Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million.
And I'm in.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yo, what's up? I know right now we're on this Netflix channel. Like, what's going on? What y'all doing? What's going on with volume? Shit, that sound bad, but anyway, Deontay Wilder at 245. I mean, I think that is a bit of a stretch. I mean, you don't want to come in and at a weight that you never fought at before, so. I'm of the mindset 225, 230, you know what I'm saying? 235 at the most will probably be the weight that I think he should come in at. But I do believe that it'll make a difference. It will be he'll have more I believe more power and be able to like wrestle and like keep Fury off of him, and he might not be as tired from Fury hanging all over him and stuff as he was last fight. So I think the move to 230 ish is great, but 245 might be a stretch. What's going on, Ness? Good morning to you, brother.
Good morning, brother. Good morning. I mean, why not just not let him hang all over you, right? Why gain weight and possibly slow yourself down? I don't know if I'm really feeling this, especially not no 245. That's like a huge leap. I'm no genius at math, but how many pounds is that, from the 212 that he came in at? I mean, come on. 245.
From 209 is 36 pounds.
Oh, you really trying to go to the 209? He had clothes on, buddy, but I hear you.
It's either for me because I know 210 to 245 is 35 pounds and just add a pound.
Or you just want to make Wilder look like he weighed in at 209. I mean, I know how it is.
I mean, fuck it, bro. 34 pounds from fucking 212.
Well, 34, 36. We've been here before. When he was going to fight Povetkin, he wanted to weigh in at 250. He couldn't get there. He was at 225, which was a good weight. I felt he looked very muscular. And it didn't take away from his Gerald Washington performance or that Areola performance. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, 245 for Tyson Fury, a guy that's moving around. You were already 212. All you got to do is come in healthier. Like, he's coming healthier in past fights. I don't know if that's because he worked less and this fight he worked out more, strength and conditioning, so he lost more weight, or was he sick? I don't know. But they're running from you at 212. They're running from you at 219. They're running from you at 220. So, like, I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily change anything.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say change anything, but you got to admit, though, coming at 212, 215, you could be a little bit more add a little more to you. Like I always tell you, man, the best Wilder that I seen was against Chris Areola, where he had to work that jab, man. He had some injuries, but as far as like the skill set and what he displayed in that fight, I just felt like he was building off that Bermain Stavern win, the first one, if that makes any sense, because of what he displayed. And he came in looking, I don't know how much he was that fight, but I know he was a little bit more than like 220, 225 because he looked it. But yeah, I just think Wilder coming in at a 10 to 15 more pounds is great, but
bro, I can't sign into BoxRec. I hate them, bro. Every so often, I gotta fucking reset my password. They haven't sent me a reset link. Can you log in? Just see what Mike Tyson weighed out throughout his career. You got to be logged in to see all the weights. I believe Mike Tyson was around the same weight, and I'm just using that as a barometer, a gauge. It's like, yeah, Mike was smaller, but he still intimidated. He still was the come forward aggressive fighter. I don't necessarily know if weight has anything to do with it, is all I'm trying to prove.
I mean, you gotta admit Mike was compact and shit. I mean, like, he wasn't
compact and short. The minute someone stood up to his bully ass, he was not as good as he was anymore. You know what I'm saying? So being compact, that doesn't help you. That was a disadvantage for Michael. When he fought Holyfield, being shorter man was difficult. When he fought Lennox, it was difficult. Even when he fought, lesser men, I can't even remember some of these dudes that he fought. Danny Williams beat him, I believe. You know what I mean? Tall, not a heavyweight that was supposed to beat him. You know what I'm saying? So, like, people were more afraid of Mike and what he brought to the table. It wasn't like his body. Like, yeah, walking in the ring, Mike looked like he was a beast, but still, he was 220. For his height, I guess that's heavy. But for the heavyweight division, it don't matter if you're 220 and it don't matter if the optics of it are that you are 220 and short, so you're big. No, because in the heavyweight division, being short doesn't even help you.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're 220 though at 5'10", so you're compact. You know what I'm saying? But what did you want to look at?
Yeah, I mean, look, this generation, we say, oh, you're compact. Naysayers, detractors will say, that muscle needs oxygen, and that's why he would gas out. That's why he would get those early knockouts, because he couldn't go rounds.
I mean, that's why I'm like when you see like the old heavyweight fighters, like most of them are compact, and they tend to have a flurry and tire out a little bit and then like come back. So I mean, it's part of having muscle, I guess. What did you want to look at, bro? Reggie Gross.
I mean, no, Mike Tyson's record.
Shit.
Mike Tyson's record, and see what he weighed in on average. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, when he
already
first
ran 220.
His pro debut was 214, then came in second fight 214, 212, 217,
you don't even gotta
215,
go
217.
You don't got to go no more.
His last fight was at 233.
That's all proof to Wilder that, one of the best heavyweights, especially when it came to intimidation, it came to knocking people out, it came to striking fear. He weighed the same thing as you, buddy. He weighed the same thing as you. So adding weight, you don't really need to do it.
After the second,
do it. Yo, practice on the pads more. That's what we need. We need more accuracy. Not that you aren't accurate. I know you missed a lot, and people will laugh at me. But you're accurate. You getting the job done. So that means accuracy to me. But practice on that accuracy just a bit more. Maybe get on the balls or the toes with Fury. Trying to stay wide stance and then power stance maybe is a difficult thing to do because you're giving Fury the room in the ring to move around. I would definitely say cut that ring off. Cut that ring off. I don't think we need to worry about weight. We need to worry about what to do in the ring.
After the second Evander Holyfield fight, he never came back in under 220.
I mean, but that was the later half of his career when he wasn't taking it serious. In the beginning, he was that lean, mean, wrecking machine. And that's what Wilder needs to continue to do. I can't speak for him. Obviously, he's the one that felt the 270, 269 of Fury leaning on him on fight night. So I guess he knows better. But it's going to slow him down. Fury's accustomed to moving with that weight, and he didn't even look like he was heavy. He was gliding around the ring. Can Wilder move as swift with another 34, 36 pounds, Mike?
Like I was saying, at 230, 225, he looked good against Areola. I know Areola didn't have a movement of Fury, but I think at that way he could still be quick. I mean, he could still be athletic, still have his power, probably have more power, and still be the fighter that we know. He just has to, like you said, be more accurate. Quit loading up on that right hand. Do what you said you fucking was gonna do, bro. You fucking said it perfectly during the fighter brunch or fighter dinner with Showtime. When I watched the fucking film back, you said I could have stepped back, threw the uppercut, and that was there all night. So just do what your instincts tell you to do, man. You can fake the right hand, throw the uppercut, come back with the jab, then finish out with the right hand. I mean, it's so many things you could do that you wasn't even thinking about, and that you were not even concerned about. You were just concerned about throwing the right hand and landing the right hand, even though the right hand did land. And you did have success at the end of the fight. If you would have just set it up a little bit more, man, you probably could have gotten him out of there a lot earlier.
I'm gonna ride with One Prayed in the chat. And
One Prayed or One Praise?
No, his name is One Prayed. So he says Wilder will not change. And he has it all caps. So he means this, okay? Wilder will not change, as some fighters stay the same and cannot change. And I mean, we're talking about weight, so I don't know if he's talking about weight or he's talking about technique and skill. But I mean, he wanted to be 250 for the Povetkin fight. That didn't happen. I remember Joe, the strength and conditioning coach, there. So I'm not saying that they can't do it. I'm just saying they haven't done it. Joe's there. They haven't done it.
Bro, Bro, I don't think Wilder can get up to 250. Just the way, I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Me neither. When I was in camp 2-3 years ago, I'm like, yo, how much are you? He's like, man, I'm 225. We trying to get up to 250. I'm like, whoa, 250. He's like, yeah, it's hard. It's tough, man. You know what I'm saying? But so like, I don't know, could he literally do it? Is all I'm saying.
no, he just remind me of like one of those guys that I know for themselves that shit can eat what the fuck they want to eat, do what the fuck they want to do, drink what they want to drink, go out and have fun and eat all the best foods in the world and not gain weight. I just know a lot of my little brother is the fucking epitome of that. This guy is fucking skinny as fuck, but he eats what he wants to eat. I mean, he tries to gain weight, but he just can't. So I understand that, but 250, you don't want to do something for a fight that you never done before. And you got quiet on me. Okay, so one thing that I do have to agree with one Prade is maybe he doesn't change. I mean, but maybe he just sharpens up what he already got, and maybe that's enough to get the job done against Fury. Hopefully,
Now, you're a brother from the South, man. You know the Pride more than me. Will he bring in another trainer to try and sharpen things up, or will that look hypocritical because he talked to Fury and all the additions that Fury made?
I don't think he brings in another trainer. I don't think he brings in another trainer. I think he has enough faith and self belief in what he got going on right now, and I mean, when you look at it, those guys in the corner never really say too much of anything in like in any fights.
That's the argument, my friend. That's the argument that this corner's too quiet. When the time gets rough, you need an Angel Garcia or Felix Trinidad Sr. to smack you and say, hey, get this shit together. You let this motherfucker circle out of the corner. This is the biggest fight.
Nah, I just don't think that happens. I mean, I just think they have enough belief in what they're doing down there. I
mean, but is it wrong though? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want him to hear this, or I don't want him to have this powwow with his team and think, bruh, if I make the decision to try and better my camp, I look like a hypocrite. It's too much pride for me to swallow. I think that it needs to be said that it's okay to look for help.
I mean, it's definitely okay to like bring somebody in to like get some pointers or like some shit like that from, but
Emmanuel Stewart's not here.
Yep.
He obviously wanted to be part of Deontay Wilder in some shape or fashion. I'm pretty sure if he was here, we would have seen him giving advice in some way. But the only other guy I can think of that may have the skill and knowledge to navigate a Wilder in this second half of his career is Nazeem Richardson. He's always spoke highly of Wilder, and I think he gets it. I think he understands you can't go in there and change him today to make him fight like a Jonah Caro, or a Floyd, so technical. I think you build on what he's already doing well. And I mean, that sounds cliche. I know we hear other people say it, but that's my pick. What about yours?
I like Naseem, but I was going to
say out loud before anyone gets their hands on this audio and thinks that I'm being a dick. I'm not saying get rid of anybody. I'm saying, bring them in. Same way Fury had like 6 people in that corner.
Yeah, no problem with bringing some in, but Naseem, I like Naseem a lot. I've grown to like him more since I watched the Contender show. So I think he does a great job with his fighters. And I forgot the fighter that he was training the other day that we seen him fight, but can't remember right now. But one thing that I do want to bring up that I thought would be a good addition, not even a trainer, but just a fellow boxer. I mean, you could bring in Vladimir Klitschko and just fucking pick his brain and just get some of this old wisdom and technique.
Klitschko, man. Klitschko was whack.
Klitschko was whack, but he did reign.
two different styles, bro. He reigned totally different. Wilder, I don't think Wilder will ever slow down to the pace of a Vladimir. Vladimir was a very paced fighter. You know, he got his knockouts late.
I mean, we seen Wilder not throw right hand on Jared Washington for 5 rounds, and then when he landed, it was over.
My friend, let me tell you something. And this is no knock to you. You know, those that are not listening may not know when you started to watch boxing, so you know it's not a knock. But Vlad had a stigma attached to him. Like, he got kicked off the networks. Like,
HBO.
You don't really want Vlad's advice. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you wouldn't want Vladimir advice against a guy?
No, because there's people that did it the way Vlad did it without being boring and corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could go find someone else to teach you how to be a technical boxer without fucking going to get put to sleep, learning the ways of the Shaolin monk, how to fall asleep with Vlad. You know what I'm saying? I'm good.
But
like,
isn't that what Emmanuel Stewart like kind of taught him?
Hell no, bro.
Okay, no, my bad.
That's Vladimir safety first Klitschko. Dog, this is what I'm saying about you not watching. Like, if you'd have been around when Emmanuel was around, Emmanuel used to be hanging off the corner telling this nigga to knock him out.
Oh, okay.
Getting back in the corner like, bruh, let the right hand go. Let the right hand go. Come on, knock this guy out. He's dying to get knocked out, bro. Emmanuel only preached knockouts. Listen, Tony Harrison would have been better if Emmanuel was still alive. So many fighters. Adonis Stevenson would have been better if Emmanuel was still alive. Cotto chose not to stay with Emmanuel. You know what I'm saying? Because some people run their camps. Some people.
Wasn't Jermaine Taylor with Emmanuel at one point in time?
I believe so, but you know, I smoke a lot.
Yeah, he got a belt, and then he got his ass beat. But yeah, Emmanuel Taylor be a good one, guy. Busted dead, but I don't know, man. If you wanna rock that boat like that by bringing somebody else in, but at the same time,
are you really rocking? I mean, are you really rocking? If we family, we family, and if we family, we want what's best for the family, and what is not a loss.
Oh yeah, definitely not a loss, but at the same time, people got egos and it might get in the way.
But that's what I'm saying about family. That's what I say about friendship. You know what I'm saying? True friends, there's no ego.
True friends, absolutely, but you're still gonna feel away.
With me in my real everyday life, I promise you, it's always been easier to tell my best friend something than my girlfriend.
Absolutely.
All right, then. So then there it is. If we friends, nothing affects us. I'm not ashamed to tell my best friend anything because that's my best friend. You know, I could be ashamed to fart around a new girlfriend. I'm a motherfucking set the room on fire in front of my best friend. So niggas need to check they fucking punk ass pride and all that and egos. That's all.
I'm not saying like best friend. I'm talking about like just a trainer wise. When you're
if I'm Jay Diaz, I found Deontay Wilder as a child. I want what's best for him. And when I say child, I mean 21 year old.
Yeah, I mean young man, yeah.
21-year-old, you know what I'm saying? But I want what's best for him. I want what's best. And let's be honest, Deontay's the you know, I don't even like talking like this because we know that whole team listens, and I don't want anybody to take this is all just talk, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want anybody to take anything wrong.
We're doing a boxing show, bro. They understand.
At the end of the day, he is the business.
Absolutely.
He's the business. He's got like, look, right now my car is asking for maintenance. It's time to take it in. It's time to take it in. He's the business. He's got to motherfucking know when to do a checkup. When to back up and say, let's see what's going on. And I know he watched the fight. You know what I'm saying? But again, we could be over analyzing. We've heard Deontay come out in the public and say that you know that people get hung up on his words or worry about things too much. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in his eyes, he's like, look at what I did sick with a cold 209. Wait till I get my hands on him again. You know what I'm saying? For all we know, that's how he's thinking. We don't know why he came in at 209. We don't know why he was missing. It's easy to say that it was because of Fury, you know? And you won't be wrong in saying that. But for Deontay, he has his own reason. And maybe his reason has nothing to do with Jay Diaz and Mark Breland in his eyes. And he feel he has to make certain corrections, that the corrections don't come from the trainer, which we got to respect too, right? Because so many times do we criticize fighters for when they get their first loss, blemish, mistake in their career, they get rid of their trainer and they blame the trainer. I mean, we criticize Cotto. How many times did Cotto trains trainers? He been with everybody. Emmanuel Stewart, motherfucking Freddie Roach, Pedro Diaz. I mean, who hasn't he been with? Cotto Evangelista. I mean, bro, and I'm no historian, and I smoke. You know what I'm saying? And I just named like 5 Cotto trainers. So
smoke weed every day.
Yeah, you got to give it up to him.
High-level fighters change trainers, dog. Look at Tyson, for instance.
Yeah.
Tyson had no shame in his game getting rid of Peter Fury. You know, what did Wilder say? Oh, he's going to need Peter because I don't want no excuses. And look, Ben Davison now has made a name for himself. So, you know, what did Wilder say? Oh, he's nervous. Look at all the things he's doing. He's changed. Look how many trainers he got. All that shit changes now. Because guess what? It looked good after. With all them trainers, his performance looked good.
Let me ask you a question. This is just a hypothetical question. Just me just trying to rock the boat. Like really, really rock the boat. You brought up Peter Fury. Wilder make a phone call. Hey, Peter, I need you.
You crazy, bro. That'll never not that it'll happen on Wilder's part.
But Gypsy, I don't think they'll cross each other like that, even though they have I guess a little situation going on right now. I don't think
be some shit where they disown him, man.
Yeah. I don't think they'll.
That's my mentality.
Yep.
Just so people know, right? Because they call me a dictator. Just know that's how I am. So if Mike is my man and he go on a rival podcast,
Fight Hype called me like, "Hey, Mike, we need you." I'm like, "Shit, what y'all doing over there?"
Unski, nigga.
What y'all doing over there?
I'm done with you, B. It's gonna be like what? Nah.
But Tyson is like already done with Peter, isn't he? Like they don't even talk about Peter.
Yeah, but who's winning? Who's winning? John Fury and Tyson Fury winning. Peter Fury and Huey Fury, they need to come up under the covenant right now. They need to be under the true Fury. I mean, who's the true Furies right now? You crazy? If Peter pulls some fast shit like that, he'll never come back under the true Fury name. Never.
Hey, I would agree. I
wouldn't even do that shit. Like, that's crazy. That's crossing family. Like, people need to learn morals, man.
Just a thought, man. Just a thought. I seen Oscar De La Hoya do it with Floyd Senior. I've seen it. I'm trying to think who else I've seen it with.
Yeah, but you see, I swear to God, even though we seen how Floyd reacted, he cursed at his father, kicked him out the gym, not as a direct result of him training Oscar, but we just seen how their relationship was. But I always felt like those two dudes is so street. You know what I'm saying? Like Floyd father was bagged
of
his amateur career for hustling. Like Floyd knew his father was a hustler. I feel like them dudes is so street that Floyd Sr. was like, bro, let me get this money, son.
They talking about the bag, huh?
How much money you think Oscar paid to have Floyd Sr. in that corner?
Back then, he probably gave him a nice little penny.
And then motherfucking Ricky Hatton did the same thing. So I think Floyd, whether he did or he didn't, he should have always taken it as my father just chasing that money. He's still a hustler that he was the many, many years ago when he got knocked off. You know what I'm saying? The same game, just changed the product, baby. And now he's selling his talent. You know what I'm saying? He's selling his knowledge. And I feel like that never bothered Floyd, because if it did, he would have never let him back in the gym, period. Like, and I don't mean that altercation that we seen on 24/7. I just mean in general. Because again, you cross family. But Floyd Sr. is allowed to train people. He trained Devin Haney in there. He was training Tabiti in there. Like, he's still in there. And I like it.
I mean, it was just a thought. I mean, I don't think Wilder camp or even Peter Fury would even consider it. Just me on a Monday morning, you know what I'm saying, playing a little a funny game, but bringing somebody in could be a great thing. I would bring in, somebody that has a wealth of experience in the sport, like another Sam Richardson, maybe a Virgil Hunter, maybe if you want to, you know what I'm saying, get some things sharpened real quick.
Virgil Hunter, I would say would be a good fit, like if Wilder was younger, but Wilder is so
stuck in his ways.
Strong. Nah.
Okay.
I ain't talking about stuck in his ways. I'm just saying so headstrong that the Virgil Hunter trainer fighter relationship has always been a father figure one. You see when he took Angulo, it was just like a lot of nurturing. You know, when he rebuilt Berto, same thing, a lot of self-belief. Like, you the champ. Come on, champ. You know what I'm saying?
Andre Ward, same thing.
Like,
you know what we're here for.
Even Amir Khan, he takes these, these broken winged birds and tries to help them fly again. But that's not Wilder. Even with this fight, let's hypothetically assume that Wilder feels the worst about this performance. He still he doesn't strike me as the type that needs someone to motivate him. He's so self-motivated. So I just, that's what Virgil's there for. Come on, son. Dare to be great. Come on, son. Let your hands go for me, son. Like, Wilder don't need that shit. Wilder needs, if anything, an aggressor.
Marcel brought up Kenny Porter.
Possibly.
He's a motivator.
I don't think Kenny, I know they probably get along because Kenny's always worked in the amateurs and stuff like that. But, I don't think Kenny believes in Wilder maybe fully. Yeah, I want to say that I feel like I've interviewed Kenny before and he's always picked other heavyweights over Wilder. So maybe, I don't know, maybe somebody could do a Google search. I'm pretty sure they say Kenny crazy about him. Okay, I think Kenny would be perfect. I don't know. I feel like Kenny didn't like his technical skill. I don't know.
I mean, who does though?
But look, I'm sure Kenny was asked who was gonna win, and he has no hair on his tongue. So you telling me no one's seen a Kenny Porter video before the Fury Wilder fight? Like, who did he pick? Wilder? That would be good if he picked Wilder. Let's get to some callers. Listen, a reminder: Blog Talk is gone. They're selling. They've sold, or it's a merger with Spreaker.
So they didn't give y'all no notice. They just following day, like it's over.
No. This been happened.
Okay.
Remember, that's why we're on Spotify and iHeart now, is because of the merger with Spreaker.
Also, Speaker puts shit on like iHeart and like okay.
Yeah, so
Speaker.
Yeah, so I was actually checking the stats. We get a lot of
residual
listens from Spotify. So shout out. Oh, and I think Oliver listens on Spotify too, because it's two people from Bermuda.
You gotta be Oliver. And his girlfriend.
It doesn't have to, because Oliver could be a YouTube listener. He could be a tune-in listener, a Stitcher listener. So many different ways for him to be listening. Plus, he's always on the line, so he might just be a phone listener. And those are just other fellow Bermudians.
Yeah, I don't know. Now, do we have to like transition everybody over to Skype, or is it another like radio thing we can use?
No, that's the thing, bro. And then, like, when she first told me, because I have like a contact person or whatever, and when she first told me, she's like, "You don't got to go," and I'm like, "No, I don't want to go," because like that's the whole reason. Like, there's plenty of other Spreakers out there. There's plenty other Spreakers. But there's no other Blog Talks. Blog Talk may have its issues of crashing here and there, but there are no other Blog Talks. So it's going to be a giant blow to the calls, but it will force the callers to get Skype, and the call quality is going to improve because it's just a better connection via Skype than it is via Blog Talk.
So there's no like media conference calling app or fucking shit you can use?
I mean, there's like conference calls where you got to put all these codes. That's not my thing, B. I don't fuck with that fake shit.
Gotcha, B. Gotcha.
That shit is whack. I'll be seeing people use that. That's like is meant for a meeting. So first of all, it's not even giving you the proper kilobytes per second. You know what I mean? So I'm giving out way too much info, but I'm an audio snob. I at least want 128 kilobytes per second when streaming. That's the minimum I'll take. So yeah. Let me go to the sponsors and then go out to these phone calls. Listen, you know the number to call in for right now, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. And remember, Nestor Gibbs, the always go-to. They could never take away Skype, and we can bring Skype and connect it to us everywhere. So add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. Be part of the conversation. You must send a friend request in order to be added to that conversation. We're going to go to our sponsors.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Going out to Christopher. Talk to me.
Yo, morning TBV.
Good morning, brother.
And Wilder don't need to gain no damn weight. What he need to do is throw that left and that 1-2 way with more preciseness, more accuracy, because he dropped him twice late in his power carried all the way to the 12th round. So what's the point of putting up weight if he still had power all the way to the 12th round? Like you said, it's gonna make him probably slower dealing with somebody like Fury who can move around quickly on his feet. I just think that's a silly move. But I do think he should think about getting that trainer move, because during the fight, my whole family was screaming like, "Oh my God, what's going on in Wilder trainer? Why they won't tell him nothing in the corner?" And you can see in Tyson Fury corner, they was telling him something every round. You can see from each round clip. So that's something interesting that they might should look in.
Well, all right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in. I want to address a comment in the meantime. We have
What'd he say?
Marcel. Where's he at? Okay, he says, Marcel, I'll never call in again. You're gonna lose fans, Ness. Damn, we all can't get Skype. Marcel, please put another comment in there and let me know why wouldn't we all be able to get Skype when, I mean, it's free.
Sometimes, man, you be in those other countries and they be like, nah, you can't have that shit. You got to use our Skype. You know what I'm saying? This Skype we made up.
Nah.
All right, you think I'm bullshitting. That's how it is in China. They can't use no fucking Instagram. They got to use their Instagram that they made.
No way, bro. Like Skype is worldwide, bro. Skype is worldwide. It's a global man. Google it first before you say that.
Bro, I know for a fact about Instagram. I
don't give a fuck about
now
Instagram.
Sky. I could be fucking guessing. I could be guessing
all over the place today because
thank you. Somebody in the comment section says Ness, Skype isn't available everywhere. Skype worldwide, bro. Damn, somebody said it's worldwide. So we got 1-on-1 Kingsley versus Shadowbox.
Man, I'm not going with no 1-on-1. I'm going Google, man. Is Skype global? Fuck out of here with y'all weirdos. Look, calls are free anywhere in the world, and it's bold black. Skype could be used on a computer, mobile phone, or even a fucking cheap-ass tablet. Okay?
Some countries don't allow Skype, WhatsApp calls, etc.
Wrong. Show me where it says that.
Where is it not available? I'm going with Kingsley Flame, man.
Look, only landlines in
fucking Marcel,
Argentina, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Brazil, Brunei,
China, Iran, Turkey don't allow Skype. North Korea don't allow Skype.
Well, That's North Korea.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of self-explanatory about North Korea. But Marcel said,
but not only that,
I just did 12 years in a joint. I'm new to all this smartphone shit, bro.
Yeah, but Marcel, that's okay, bro. I was locked up too, homie. All you got to do is go to your app market. I'm sure you got Instagram. So the same place you went and got Instagram or Facebook from, in case you old, you don't want to fuck with Instagram, you might be a Facebooker. Same place you downloaded that from, you download Skype, homie.
And Marcel, if you owe and just got out of the joint, you want to fuck with IG, trust me. Trust me.
And if you old and just got on a joint, you want to stick to this show and learn about technology, because the next thing you want to download is Tinder. What was the other ones I used to use?
Tinder, Badu, fucking. Hold on, let me give it to you, man. What that one? Bumble, POF,
the free, yeah, POF.
OKC.
You gonna hit him out the park with POF, homie. So download Skype so you can kick it with us, and download POF so you can get it, get you some butt. Yo, let's go ahead and keep it moving. We're gonna go to Skype again, and we got Adam. Talk to me.
What's going on, Adam? Where's Eve?
Is you all right?
We're good. How about you?
Bad, man, not too bad. Talking about this whole Wilder thing, man, but we all know the guy's a concussive puncher. When he wants to, he can put his jab together. His footwork's not been great lately. Maybe it's got to be a touch of genius by Fury to bring Freddie Roach in. Wouldn't he be the kind of guy that could make him that aggressive puncher and put his punches together properly?
That's a good point, man. Freddie Roach is a aggressive trainer.
I mean, look, I got short-term memory. Someone could tell me, like, who's Freddie's big fighter? Pacquiao, other than Pacquiao, like who?
Yeah, Pacquiao had Cotto. He had
turned around. Who's he turned around? Like who has he shown us he can make this puncher? Didn't he have Ruslan? No, I could be wrong about Ruslan, right?
Yeah, I don't think he can make anybody a puncher per se. But with Wilder, you don't have to make him a puncher. He's already that. Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just like you need a guy that he can jab well in parts. His punching is unquestionable. It's when he puts it together, he's not putting the two things together in a fight. And I think he just needs somebody that can find that combination.
Oh, so you're saying he needs somebody that can help him with his combination punching, that can help him put.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
In fights, at certain points, he boxes so well, but then when he can't do both, he rather loads up or jabs. You never see him do both together. He needs a trainer that can put them two together for it.
I believe in Wilder's mind. He just thinks that he was too in the moment, and that's why he was overshooting, because he wanted to perform at a specific level. He had an expectation for himself and for that night, and his performance proved that he was overshooting.
Just playing devil's advocate. If that's the case, why come out with the story?
What story?
That I want to gain 245 in a rematch. If you just think that you were over aggressive, over easy, over
listen, for some this is new. For me, this is not. And for the hardcores, this is not. There's videos of Wilder being interviewed, and he's always wanted to get as high as 250. It's just very difficult for him. This is nothing new. When he wanted to fight Povetkin, I told you, we sat on the ring. We had a interview where he told me, I'm 225 right now, 230, but I'm trying to be 250 for the Povetkin fight. So, like, he wants to be a bigger heavyweight. He's just an athletic builded heavyweight. Let's go out to Jay Hardcore. Talk to me.
What up, Jay?
Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing today?
All right,
hey, man, when I sat and read that this morning, this morning that he wanted to go up to 245, and I was just amazed with that, because I just don't think his metabolism will allow him to get that high. And even if he was to get that high, why would you do that on the next biggest fight of your life? I mean, something like that, you want to, if you're going to gain that weight, try it on a tune-up to see if it works, instead of trying to on your biggest platform that you're going to have. And when we talked about the the trainers, man. I just feel though he needs, after a while you get, used to the people around you and everything. And I just feel though he needs somebody else in his ear that's gonna, speak truth to him and really, settle him down. Because it seems like every time he gets someone in trouble, he just rushes. He still had 2 minutes left to get Fury out on that last fight. And if he take his time, and throw those punches, because he's accurate as hell, but when he gets too excited at that moment and just throws just so many punches at one time, and he really punched himself out. He was tired. But he needs someone to help him with his fundamental skills. And I'm gonna tell you, the best boxing I seen from him myself was when he fought Stavern the first time. He was working the jab. He was doing things perfect. You know what I mean? And I just feel though he really needs to get someone else just in there, not get rid of his people, but someone that can, put that fire up underneath him when he's in that ring, man, and tell him what he really needs to do. I just think, and they should want that for him, because the better he gets, everybody eats. So I don't think they should be upset about it. What do y'all think?
Man, I think I want what the camp wants. I'm sitting here listening to you talk and listening to myself and all I said and just wondering how Jay is feeling. And I thought to myself, after this show, I'm going to give Jay a call. See, can't we get a interview scheduled just to see how he's receiving it? Because if we're over here suggesting trainer changes, he's hearing these things. We're not the first one. And this is something that happens often in a big fight where you don't get the performance you want and the trainer is the one to blame. And
that's why I said
to blame.
That's why I've said that Wilder just put the majority of the blame on itself, which you really got to commend that. Most champions, most real fighters do that. They don't look to blame other people. He said I was over eager, I was over aggressive, I overshot my right hand. It was my first pay-per-view. People gotta put that into fucking context. A man is going into a fight with 40 fights, 39 KOs, first time on pay-per-view. So people are already expecting to see a KO. That kind of pressure, being on pay-per-view, being in LA, having a fucking sold out fucking a stadium all to come to see you put on the show. It's pressure, man, and maybe he was just over eager. So this next fight, I think he's gonna get back to the Wilder of old, the Wilder that we know, the Wilder that works off the jab and not just loads up on the right hand. But yeah, I think Jay will be a great person to interview. I wanted to get him last Monday, but I know the schedule and those guys are busy as fuck right now. Wilder's still doing like PR shit. He was at Showtime. I believe yesterday. Supposed to be on Joe Rogan today, I believe.
Yeah, man. I just want to know when they're gonna announce this thing. Strike while the iron's hot. I watched that Joe Rogan clip. That's probably another show altogether.
You think so? The 10-second count. You think Joe Rogan? That okay?
You didn't see it?
I put it in there. I'm the Rogan guy.
Rogan, as a Fury fan, isn't laughing at Wilder. He's agreeing with Wilder. So let's go to
don't just cast Joe as is a Fury fan, but he also is he's a Wilder fan too. I've seen him talk praise Wilder on many occasions. Like he always said that, man, that guy doesn't have the best technique, but good God Almighty, when he fucking touches you, that motherfucker can knock out a mule. But go ahead.
Solomon, talk to me.
Solomon.
Yo, hey, nice one for putting me on, dude, man. What's up? You boys can hear me, yeah?
Loud and clear.
Yeah. Hey, man, why y'all always say yeah after everything?
It's a London thing, isn't it?
It's a Canadian thing. Nah,
London thing, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a Canadian thing. They say hey.
What's up, though, man? You boys good, yeah? Nice one for putting me on.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
He's like talking about Fury and what Wilder putting on some extra weight, isn't it?
Yep.
Don't know about that, man. That might make him a bit more chunky, a bit more like AJ, a bit more robotic.
And you all know what they say about guys that put on muscle.
I don't know what they say.
Insecure.
I don't know, man.
Have you seen The Rock?
Say that again.
I was asking this. Have you seen The Rock, Dwayne Johnson?
Oh yeah, he's hench. But yeah, no lads. What is it about Fury? Tyson Wilder having a new trainer. I think if he gets one, what about Abel Sanchez? Wouldn't that be? He's got the Mexican style already.
And we ain't going down that route.
But he does have the Mexican style though, kind of a little bit.
Let Joe George have him.
All right, but yeah, man. I don't know. What are you guys saying? Is the rematch confirmed? Is it official?
Not yet, man. But we're definitely hoping on it. We're definitely hoping on it. Wilder said he wants to.
It sounds like Eddie's trying to sneak in. He's all putting out articles talking about, I'd be disappointed if AJ doesn't get Wilder or Fury.
Wilder said 9 times out of 10.
Like, yo, I ain't talking about deals. I don't know, man. You never know. He could be pulling a fast one. Wilder could say what he wants till Finkel come at him with that AJ Sweet deal.
Well, but what does Wilder want? And then
Wilder wants the Fury rematch, but that's all that shit might could change with the right amount of money.
You see this fight.
Why are you always talking about money? It ain't about the money with Wilder, bro. It's about the fucking legacy, and it's about doing shit that people say you can't fucking do.
Bro, you beat AJ for if they offer you the
ain't
bag,
worried about AJ right now.
If they offer you the bag, you beat AJ first. Come in there undisputed and do it again. Show everybody you putting everything on the line, not just one belt, everything.
You ain't worried about it. It ain't
Either
about
way,
AJ.
either way he do it, bro. Whether he fight Fury next or he fight AJ, we happy as fans. You could say whatever the fuck you want. You in that boat all by yourself.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating. But one more thing, you see this fight with Fury, yeah? It was like the best thing for Wilder and the worst. Like it's like he had his toughest fight. Like people got to compare him and he got someone on his resume. Yeah, it was a draw, innit? But at the same time, people saw the flaws. Now Wilder's like he's looking at himself. He's thinking about putting weight on. He's looking at his corner. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Solomon ain't that good.
It is.
I mean, as an AJ fan, I would be saying, damn, AJ, get him. Look how bad he looked. Look at his flaws. But that's what the thing you don't get. They ain't looking at that. What they looking at is that this dude was looking so sloppy, but he still knocked him down in the 9th, and then he did it again in the 12th. When you're supposed to be tired and done, he's still doing it. And they thinking about that. Dougie, a 41-year-old Klitschko took AJ to hell and back. Hell and back. I mean, let's be real. Did the punch that Klitschko landed on AJ look anything like that Wilder combination? No. I'll answer that shit for you. No. And I don't think none of them dudes want to get hit by that Wilder combination again. You know what I'm saying? They talking that old Taffish shit. That's that prolonged negotiation shit right there. You know? But look, man, I am your host, Nesta Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. One more time. Blog Talk's merger with Spreaker is indefinite. Phone call studio will be no more soon enough. You know, obviously continue to receive your notifications and you'll know. But pretty soon the wave is going to be Skype only. Because, you know, these other platforms just don't host calls. You know, that's why Blog Talk was the shit, especially for the amount of callers we get. But
you know, the Blog Talk radio at that, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
The radio shit. I wonder how much it costs like to get your own channel on like Sirius XM.
I mean, I've always said it, man. I think that I prefer YouTube. Sirius, you have to have a subscription. You know, it's not as accessible as YouTube. You know, with the platforms that we're on, we just need to keep working.
Yeah.
But Don't forget to subscribe right here to the backup channel at youtube.com/Nestor Gibbs. Click that notification bell so you get that notification in case we go live with another show today, as you know we normally do. Mike?
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. Go over to our website, ThaBoxingVoice.com, and click on the affiliate sponsors link, and go ahead and click on the Amazon link. And when you could do that, bookmark the Amazon link and do all your Christmas shopping through that link. So we get a little kickback on all the shopping that you do, and it costs you absolutely nothing. It's fucking free. So fucking do it. But yeah, man, Wilder, man, look here, man. Just stick to what you know, man. If you want to come in at 225, 230, I totally agree with that. But I just think 245 is a bit of a stretch. But 245, boy, you might be knocking down motherfucking buildings with that kind of power.
Hey, man, he's got a three-time Olympian, or I don't know. I know his
Mark Breland. Ooh.
No. I mean, Joe,
shit.
coach. So like, if anybody could make get him to the weight, is definitely Joe.
The right way at that though, because Joe knows how to. He knows about adding muscle and adding explosiveness to like the right areas, because he does the track and field shit. Let people know that. Like, Olympian means can mean a lot of things. He specializes in track and field and fast twitch muscles and getting people to explode quickly. That's what Joe does.
Yo, PSK told my Mike Gross, Breland walked out, right? I don't know about that. I ain't even noticed that.
I ain't know shit about that, bro. I can't speak on something I don't know about.
Yo, he said what? Mike Breland, the guy who walked off the corner. I didn't hear that. See, this is another reason to call Jay. But yeah, man, we out. Do say peace. Subscribe, comment, share, tell a friend.